The following non-nominated, non-award-winning program is rated D for dumb.
Thank you, Harry. I appreciate that. This is Dave Canyon. Welcome to Dumbing It Down with Dave, the Dumb 3.0 reboot, second episode, sans, Dumbing It Down with Dave, sans, S-A-N-S. You have to excuse me today for my scratchy voice. I don't know why my voice is scratchy. I have been doing a lot of talking to myself recently. I'm not sure what that's all about. But I don't know. We'll have to delve into that in a future episode, or maybe this episode, if I even, if I remember, or another episode if I remember. But anyway, I have a scratchy voice. I'm not sick. I don't have any sort of viruses, flus, or illness. I have nothing going on. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I just have a scratchy voice. So for some of you who find it sexy, well, lucky you. For some of you who find it annoying, I'm very sorry. I'm not a fan of it either. I'll try not to clear my throat 1,000 times. And maybe eventually I'll take a little drink break and smooth it out. But I don't think that's going to be the solution. I think the solution will be that I have to force myself to talk like this, which sounds less scratchier, but way more annoying. Wow, I can't even fake it. It's scratchy. My voice is authentically scratchy, whether I talk normal or try to do a voice like that. Anyway, that's not working. All right, anyway, so Dumb 3.0, second episode, no intro, no music, no nothing. Just talk, straight 1/2 hour of talk. Sensical or nonsensical. This is where we're at. This is what I'm doing. And it's all par for the course because I've been changing the show. If you listen to the entire body of work, which I do not suggest, I don't suggest you go back to episode 1. I've had people who have stumbled onto this podcast, think it's a great title or whatever it is. They know me, they've known me, whatever, and they go, and they start listening to episode 1, and I go, no, don't do that. You're going to burn out. It's horrible. Don't go back there. Don't. That'd be like saying, I love to drive. I love driving. I've always wanted to drive. I'm 18, I got my license. I just found this Model T Ford, whatever the first car. I just found this motorized bicycle. Oh, okay, but you can't take that on the throughway. All right, and then you drive a Model T Ford, and then you got to crank the engine up. Don't go back to the first car. Don't go back to all that. Don't go back to, those. Try to get something like a 1996 Toyota Corolla. You know what I'm saying? I'm not endorsing Corolla. Obviously, I'm in a Kia Rio, so I can't edit that out now. But you know what I'm saying? People do that. I've had people do that, and then they go, "Oh, your show's so funny," or "Your show's whatever they say." I'm not making that up. They say all different positive things to me, and then they go away and they disappear. So I figure eventually they stumbled on an episode that kind of either turned them off or, if you listen, which I, again, don't recommend, and I'm not saying that because I'm trying to pique your interest. I really want to find a way to make you pay for it, to be honest with you, because I know I'm not going to make any money, but I just want you to know that I'm trying to protect you. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to protect you from the first, 80, 100 episodes. A lot of them are really, really bad. Really, really bad. Just random blah, 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 blah. It's like when you drive down the road and you see this water coming off the side of a mountain. You go, boy, and then it freezes and it becomes icy and dangerous. Or let's say the animals congregate around this water by the side of the road and it's a little dangerous. Or whatever negative attachment you can make towards, the water running nonstop. That's what some of my episodes are like. They're I don't know if they're necessarily dangerous, but it's unnecessary water. It's unnecessary talk. I've done some really bad shows. Anyway, so for your protection, I want to put them behind a paywall. So this way, if you do want to cough up the bucks, then I make a couple bucks, and then you realize somewhere down the road, after you've made your non-refundable payment, oh, this was a mistake. He was serious. Don't listen to the first 100 episodes. They're horrible. I mean, the titles are catchy, but the content is awful. And he just goes on, and he doesn't know how to end the show. He doesn't get to it. there's so many shows where he never actually gets to it. Like this particular show is about to. So anyway, don't do that. I appreciate that. So you're listening to Dumbing It Down with Dave, to episode, 280 something, 284 probably. It is, I looked right before I did the show and I already forgot. I think it's December 17th. That sounds about right. Could be the 16th, could be the 17th. It doesn't really matter. It is 11:45 a.m. It's almost noon. I'm halfway through my day off. This is what happens when you do nighttime truck driving for my company. They make you work Saturdays, even though you're one of the senior guys in your division. Don't get me started. Well, you didn't. I did. And and then you rehire guys that have already quit twice, and you give them Saturday nights off. Whatever. And they're about to transfer another guy from another part of our company to my division, and he's going to push me down another notch in seniority. I wonder where I'm going to end up on my days off then. Anyway, not looking forward to any of that. So anyway, December 17th, 11:45 a.m., I'm on the New York State Thruway. Not yet. In a couple of minutes I will be. And I'm heading home after 4 days in a row of nighttime truck driving. Had some bad weather this week, one particular day, for about 20 miles. It was really weird. Everything was going honky-dory, 65 miles an hour, cruise control, yada, yada, yada. I'm listening to whatever. I'm doing whatever. And all of a sudden, whoa, we got bad weather. We got slippery roads. Oh, is that a car in the ditch? Yes, it is. Oh, is that another car in the ditch? Yes, it is. Is that a state trooper babysitting another car in the ditch? Yes, it is. I mean, that car's really in the ditch. Is that pickup truck in the... Yes, it is. Is that BMW? Didn't that BMW just pass me? Yes, it did. It didn't know how to slow down. So guess what? It's in the ditch. So, yeah, that was an interesting 20 miles, which I backed down my set, which is 2 trailers, down to 45 miles an hour. And I just sort of waited my turn. And I did 45 for about an hour because I just didn't feel like the roads were getting better. And I wanted to keep my job, and I didn't want to ruin my Friday night. Or was it Thursday night? It doesn't matter, but it was pretty bad. Anyway, so these things happen. That's truck driving. It's not a truck driving show. It's a show all about pragmatism, truth, happiness, and the search for it all. And we really have a lot to talk about. We really do. I'm not going to get to it today because I want to do a catch-up on the listeners' comments. Real quick, a mileage check. Let's do a mileage check on the Kia Rio. I do drive a 2008 Kia Rio LX. It's sort of a co-star of the show because a lot of people are amazed that I actually do a podcast. It's actually a car cast. It's a dumb cast in a car cast in a podcast. 3 for 1. I only charge you for the one, which is basically free. And that's it. So it's a half an hour. I do it during my commute to and from work. This is from. I've done it. I think I did a 2-work show earlier. This is a from show. Usually my energies are low and I'm very depressed and angry. This particular morning, for whatever reason, I'm up as a pup. So there you go. Lucky you, I guess. I don't know. The mileage check is in the 2008 Kia Rio LX. I don't have any suspenseful timpani music yet. We're working on it. How hard is it to do? It's probably not very hard, but I make everything very difficult because I have sleep deprivation and brain degradation. And I'm a one-man show. And ultimately, I probably just don't care enough to have already gotten the timpani music in there. But I'll get it. Anyway, 200. Listen to this. 2008, 12 years old. Kia. It's a Kia. Made in Kia, I think it's made in. 290,485,000 miles. I am getting closer and closer every day to 300,000 miles. Not a rare thing for a Kia. It's not rare. It's not rare at all. But it's quite exceptional as far as I'm concerned. It's pretty much all throughway miles. I've done pretty much everything I've done on this car has been on the throughway because I don't live in New York City. I live in upstate New York. All right, so here's what we're going to do. So there you go. I introduced the show, Pragmatism, Truth, Happiness, and the Search for It All. I could tell you the phone number to call before I forget it. I don't think I mentioned it in the last episode. Phone number is, if you want to call and leave a voicemail, it is what is it? I don't remember now. 347-746-3862. 347-746-3862. You're like, Dave, I don't have time to write that down. Well, it'll probably end up in the show notes. I'm sure it's somewhere on my website. If it's not, it should be. I'm sure it's on another show's show notes. Also, you can call 3477. This is what happens when you don't do it like you skip a show. I think I skipped the last show. 3477, the letter I, the letter M, dumb. I am dumb. 3477, I am dumb. Call that number. So that comes out to 347-746-3862. Leave a voicemail, 30 to 60 seconds, whatever. Keep it clean. If you don't keep it clean, I ain't playing it. I'm just telling you right now. Whatever those words are that get you banned from any of these platforms, and if I have to mark it explicit, it ain't happening. Why, Dave? What are you afraid of? Why don't you curse in real life? Why don't you curse on the show? You know what? That's a good question. So I probably won't get to listen to his comments because I feel like I'm tangenting off already. Okay, why don't I curse on this show? I'm going to give you an honest answer. I just thought about it right now. Although this might not have been the answer I gave you 10 episodes ago. And this might not be the answer I give you in 10 episodes. So feel free to re-ask me, even though you didn't ask me. I asked myself in my alternative brain. My alternate brain. All right, Dave, why don't you curse on the show? Why don't you allow cursing? You curse in real life. Okay, here's the answer. In real life, I don't really curse that much or at all. Really. I really try not to. It's a very conscious effort because when I hear people curse, especially the ones that curse a lot, like they use the F word like every other word, and I have a friend / acquaintance who I used to talk to on the phone all the time, and I think I have explained this on the show once before, and I really got I got tired of it, like authentically, organically, I got tired of it. F this, F this, F, 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 F. I mean, he just said the whole word, and I was like, boy, you're saying it like it's part of your breath, like instead of going, and talking, how you might not realize this, but do you know that you inhale before you talk? Did you know that? A lot of people don't even see. There you go. That's part of the problem. Do you know a lot of people don't even realize that you inhale before you talk? To talk involves the exercise of exhaling. The process of exhaling. It's got to be. I am not a doctor. I'm not anything licensed or certified in any. I'm not a vocalist. I'm not a talkologist or whatever the word is. Speech pathologist, I guess. Look at that. I think I guessed, right? Speech pathologist. But you definitely exhale when you speak. But a lot of people don't realize that. And this guy would use the F word to inhale. I think. I don't know. No, he didn't. He just would F-bomb, F-bomb, F-bomb. And then I would talk to him while he had his son in the car. So if him or his wife is listening, they know who I'm talking about. And it doesn't mean I don't like the guy. By the way, I haven't seen him. I haven't actually... Oh, no, that's not true. I haven't seen him, been within eyeball to eyeball distance, eye to ear distance in probably 10 years or so. Something like that. It's been a long time. And before that, we didn't see each other for 10 years. But we used to talk on the phone all the time. Truck driver. Used to talk on the phone all the time. F-bomb, 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 F-F-F, F-F. Is it any coincidence he's also a Buffalo Bills fan? Even though this year they're not in the playoffs, but previously they've always been like one of the worst teams in the league. I think there's a correlation between over-cursing and being a Buffalo Bills fan. Or a sports fan where you are emotionally invested in a team that loses all the time. My guess, if you did a study of sports fans that are emotionally invested in a team that loses all the time, a majority of the time, not even 51%, let's say like 80, 90%, I bet you're a big-time cursor. I'm just making a correlation. I have nothing to substantiate that. Okay. As my voice transcends into or transgresses into Nick Nolte land, Or actually more like Susan St. James. Does anybody remember Susan St. James? She sounded like this a lot. I don't sound like Nick Nolte sounds like this. I was in Rich Man, Poor Man. I was Rudy. Or the other guy. Peter Strauss is a wimp. Anyway, I don't know if Nick Nolte ever said that. So, but Rich Man, Poor Man, one of the greatest miniseries ever. I'm due for a rewatch of that, by the way. I got to get the box set. Anyway, so I preferred Nick Nolte's character anyway. My life is basically Nick Nolte's character, but not really. So, Susan St. James from Kate and Alley. Go look at the old, I think it's an NBC, I think it was a sitcom. It was basically a sitcom. Was it really a sit or a com? Like either one? Yeah, it was mostly situational. Was it a comedy? It tried. It had Jane Curtin in it too. So, yeah, Kate and Alley. Two women who lived together. Not lesbian, just pointing that out. I think there was like a discussion. Are they lesbian? No, they were just roommates, and they had kids. Each had kids from prior marriages. So, and they had to live together because they couldn't afford to live in New York City otherwise, which makes a lot of sense. But I sound a lot like Susan St. James. So, what were we talking in regards to? We were talking in regards to. I'm going to take a coffee break and try to remember at the same time. Okay, yeah, F-bombs. So anyway, talking to this guy over a period of time, I really start to get annoyed. Oh. And then one day he was talking to me, and his son was in the car. How old was his son? In his 20s or 30s? No, like a child. He had a son in the car. And I was like, dude, are you cursing with you? Is your son in the car? And he says, oh yeah, but he's watching cartoons. Like, you think he doesn't hear you? And I didn't know what to do. I wanted to hang up. I wanted to say, hey, listen, man, I gotta go. I would do that nowadays. Nowadays, I would find a polite way to hang up. But back then, I thought I had to stay in the phone call. Do you remember the previous episode, Dumb 3.0? I talked about toxic relationships. This relationship wasn't so much toxic as much as it was just like, why am I doing this? So maybe that's the point of this. Maybe that's where the gods of podcasting want me to go. Why am I doing this? Why am I in this relationship? Why am I still on this call? This call is bringing me no joy. No joy. What's the purpose of life? Well, I'm sure one of the purposes is to have joy. If everybody has joy without, hampering or damaging or interrupting or, being insensitive to other people, other things, other forms of life, I think that's possibly one of the things that God or the powers that be would want for you. Just to experience joy 24/7, if at all possible. And when I don't experience joy, and I'm not saying, hey, you gotta get through the trials and tribulations of life. Oh yeah, listen, I got a flat tire, I gotta fix it. That's not joy. Although, if I did do it, and I did it once on the throughway with this car, I actually took the antiquated Kia Rio. Sorry, Kia. But, the stuff that they give you to raise the car, and, the car weighs about 150 pounds. It's a four-door sedan. And I raised the car up. I took the lug nuts. I did the whole thing. I put on a donut. I put on a tire donut. I replaced it. I went to work. No problem. I was actually on the phone with a friend the whole time when I was doing it. Former friend. Everybody's a former friend, by the way. Anytime you hear me say the word friend, most likely I forgot to say former. I got like maybe one left. Two, one or two, whatever. There's a few. And I got new ones too, by the way. I'll get to that eventually. I have made some new friends in the last couple of days. Nobody I've broken bread with. Nobody who's picking me up or dropping me off at the airport. Nobody who's going to help me move. Just people I just met, and they're nice people. And I think they're going to be fans of the show, which of course makes them even more friendly. So, user. So, why am I doing this? Why am I here? Why am I listening? You're degrading me. You're irritating me. You are deteriorating. Deteriorating? Yeah, deteriorate. You're eroding my brain. Everything is like, while he's going, F the Bills, F. F my job, F life, F. I'm like, man, you think Einstein, again, or even, Donald Trump, or even Biden, or, well, I'm sure Hunter probably walks around the house going, F. Why did I leave my laptop? F. Damn. What? Really? And by the way, really, why wouldn't you just put the laptop in a box? You know what to do? Put the laptop in the back of my car. You'll never see it again. Put the laptop in your base. Put it in a box with your socks, with your toy. Like, really, folks, I don't want to get political, but really, why would you leave your laptop at a computer? Why? I mean, this is really, nobody's asked that question. Hunter, why? Why would you leave your laptop? Why would you think it's that he would just say, oh yeah, that's Hunter Biden's laptop. Yeah, I just left it here. Oh yeah, I'm just going to leave. I'll wait 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. What am I? I'm a store owner. What am I going to do? Why would I pry? Why? I'm just going to put it in the corner here, and maybe I'll give him a call. I mean, let me ask you something, really. When you own a store, a computer, Dave, I thought we were talking about F word. Okay, but let's get back to that. A little political, but not really political. By the way, for those of you who are new to the show, and for those of you who have been listening for a long time, what do I always say? It's never really about the subject. It always comes down to human behavior. We got to be pragmatic. We got to scale back. Got to peel the onion. And you got to ask yourself questions. You got to ask your questions, by the way, that nobody in the mainstream media is asking. And frankly, I don't know if anybody in the other media has been. I don't know if anybody's asked this question. Hey, Hunter, I got to ask you a question. Why would you leave your laptop at a computer store knowing what's on there? And to the store owner, don't you ask for people's phone numbers? Oh, what's the best number to contact you at? When I fix this, or you got an email address, or really? I mean, did Hunter give him a burner phone number, or a fake email address? I'm just curious. And then, what is the time limit? I don't remember the original articles. What is the time limit on prying open a computer when a customer leaves it behind? What is the 30 days, 60 days? When you go into a computer store, and there are computer stores all over the place, are there signs that say, because I know if you have a car, let's say you have a car, you leave it at the mechanic, right? And you never go back to a parking spot, a parking garage. Well, yeah, but I think definitely mechanics. They charge you storage. After the car is fixed, they call you. You know why they call you? Because you gave them your number. Because they asked you, what's your number? So, and if you don't come and pick it up, hey, your car, hey Dave, this is Joe. Your car's fixed. Oh, okay. I'll be right down. I need the car. It's my car. But some people, I guess, don't pick up cars. Because I've been to garages and they say, hey, it's $5 a day for storage after 30 days or immediately or whatever. Usually they let you slide because they just charge you $500 to fix the carburetor. So they're happy to get your $500. They don't need your storage money. So what is the time limit on opening up a person's laptop if they leave it behind? It's a great question. And how come Hunter Biden isn't suing this guy? Or I don't remember the story. Is he denying that's his laptop? Is he denying the whole thing? I mean, and by the way, do we officially know that is in fact? Have we gotten corroboration? Has the FBI or anybody corroborated and say, oh, no, this is definitely a Biden's laptop? I'm just curious. I don't remember all of this. I just know that we're talking about it to a certain extent, but not really anymore. I don't know. It's supposed to, I think they did say they launched an investigation, right? The Department of Justice. Okay, so we're off of that. It doesn't matter. I just think those human behavior questions are interesting. Why didn't they get a phone number? Did they try to call him? Did Hunter think, you know what's going to be best? I'm going to ignore this guy who's calling my number. Hello, Hunter. This is Mac from Max Fix It, Computer Fix It, whatever his name is. Your laptop is ready. Come on down. Yeah, it works. It's fine. I cleaned it up and everything. You just needed a SIM card. Whatever. You needed whatever. I mean, when he dropped it off, what did he tell the guy? What was the issue? All of this I find very intriguing. You don't find it intriguing? I find it very intriguing. What's the whole story with the laptop? I know if I go to the guy in my neighborhood and I drop it off, I think the guy's name is Dave, actually, that owns the store. He's going to call me back in about 3 to 5 days. Hey, man, I got to it. It's all done. Come and get it. Okay. I mean, there's a ticket, right? Don't they issue a ticket for it? You know what I'm saying? Okay. Human behavior, not politics. Human behavior. All right, that's all. F-bomb. Yeah, I don't curse. I try not to. So anyway, this guy turned me off to cursing. Really. But even before that, being in the trucking industry, hello, cursing, and spitting. Oh, God. Cursing, spitting, racism, ignorance, littering, sloppiness, all of that. The only thing I do really, I do fart. I fart a lot. I try not to fart around other people, and if I do, I try to be really discreet about it. Although eventually the evidence finds its way out. You know what I'm saying? Eventually people do kind of suspect, because I can see the faces in a room, and then they look left and they look right, and eventually somebody will inquire to me. Did you just fart? You smell that? I don't know. I'm lucky because I really, authentically, my response is always the same. And it's true. I can't smell. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, it stinks in here. Oh, it stinks. Oh. What do you think it is? I think somebody farted. Well, I guess, I don't know. I can't smell. But there's only 2 of us in the room, Dave. Me and you, and I didn't fart. Well, says you. How do I know? I can't smell. If I smelled it first, I would have accused you. Does that make me right? Or does it make you right because you accused me first? How you like the show? We went from F-bombs to Hunter Biden, laptops, human behavior, farting. I think that's the circle of life in podcasting. I'm pretty sure that's the way it works. I think we've covered everything we needed to cover in the show. Anyway, real quickly, I did a bad thing in the last episode, Dumb 3.0. I did a bad job of announcing something. And this also could be an entire podcast. And to a certain extent, I thought it would be, other than doing listeners' comments. I want to restate. Let's make believe we're doing Dumb 3.0 all over again, right from the beginning. Let me just say something. I'm doing the show now without the musical intro and the song Going for a Drive by Hal and Philly. I want everybody to know that, of course, I enjoy the song. I love the song. And you should go to bandcamp.com and look for Hal and Philly's Going for a Drive. It's a 4-minute song. Selling it for $1. You can always donate more than $1, and you always can buy more than 1 copy. And it comes with the lyrics, so it's great. Because I need closed captions for everything. So the lyrics are great. I did not stop playing Hal's song for any reason other than I just wanted to change the show a little bit. That's all. Scaling back. I got things going on in my life I haven't had time to get to. I'm scaling back. I've gotten rid of, I didn't get rid of a friend, but I got rid of a toxic relationship, at least for now. And you know that I've been getting rid of depleters, at least for now, for the last couple of years. I just needed a cleansing. That's all. That's really all. It has nothing to do with political agreement, disagreement, or otherwise. I just want to be perfectly clear. Hal and I had an actual text exchange the other day, and we followed up with a conversation. By the way, the weather, I forgot the weather update. It is not sunny in New York today. It is mostly cloudy, but pleasant. Pleasant enough to drive home and enjoy the day, which I will be sleeping for most of it. So anyway, I just want to make that clear. Hal and I are still friends. Even though we never see each other, we haven't seen each other since the summer of podcast movement 2019, pre-COVID and all that good stuff. But everything is copacetic, and I am happy to know Hal and Philly, and I hope you guys tune in to the next show.
If you are enjoying these shows, please like and subscribe. Also, share them with your social media. Feel free to comment in the Spreaker chat box or call the dumb line at 347-746-3862. Please keep your messages to 60 seconds or less and keep them clean, no profanity. Keep listening and engage. Do it because I ask you to. This is the Raven out.